Here's an expansion on the dramatic changes in neural architecture observed in long-term meditators, with specific examples grounded in neuroscience. Dramatic changes in neural architecture. What meditation does to the brain. The growing body of research on the brains of experienced meditators reveals striking structural and functional differences compared to non-meditators. Here are some of the most compelling, scientifically documented changes. 1. Default Mode Network, DMN, deactivation. What it is. The DMN is a network of brain regions, including the medial prefrontal cortex and posterior cingulate cortex, active during mind-wandering, self-referential thinking, and rumination. Meditation's effect. Long-term meditators show reduced activity in the DMN during meditation, and even sometimes at rest. This correlates with a quieter internal monologue, less anxiety, and a diminished sense of ego or self-focus. Example: in a landmark 2011 Yale study, experienced meditators showed decreased DMN activity during both focused attention and open monitoring meditation techniques, and reported less frequent mind-wandering. 2. Enhanced gamma wave activity. What it is. Gamma waves, 30 to 100 Hz, are the fastest brain waves associated with heightened awareness, insight, and cognitive integration. Meditation's effect. Monks with thousands of hours of practice can generate high-amplitude gamma oscillations, especially during compassion or loving-kindness meditation. Example: in a University of Wisconsin study, led by Dr. Richard Davidson, Tibetan monks produced gamma wave activity during meditation that was off the charts, up to 30 times greater than in novice meditators. This state is linked to intense clarity and feelings of unity. 3. Thickening of the prefrontal cortex. What it is. The prefrontal cortex governs executive functions like attention, decision-making, and impulse control. Meditation's effect. MRI studies reveal that long-term meditators often have increased cortical thickness in the prefrontal cortex, suggesting enhanced cognitive control and emotional regulation. Example: Harvard neuroscientist Sarah Lazar's 2005 study found that the brains of meditators were thicker in regions related to attention and sensory processing, even in older adults, defying typical age-related thinning. 4th. Increased hippocampal volume. What it is. The hippocampus is vital for learning, memory, and emotional control. Meditation's effect. Regular practice is associated with greater gray matter density in the hippocampus, which may help buffer against stress and support memory. Example: MRI scans in an 8-week mindfulness course showed increased hippocampal gray matter, correlating with reduced stress and improved memory. 5. Shrinking of the amygdala. What it is. The amygdala is the brain's fear center, involved in stress and emotional reactivity. Meditation's effect. Mindfulness practices can reduce the size and activity of the amygdala, making practitioners less reactive to stress. Example: in a 2011 study, participants in an 8-week mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) program showed a significant decrease in amygdala volume, which correlated with lower reported stress levels. 6. Strengthened connectivity and integration. What it is. Efficient brain function depends on the strength and integration of connections, white matter tracks, between different brain regions. Meditation's effect. Long-term practice increases connectivity, especially between areas that regulate attention, emotion, and self-awareness. Example: diffusion tensor imaging, DTI. Studies find that meditators have more robust white matter pathways, such as in the anterior cingulate cortex, supporting improved focus and emotional balance. Summary table. Brain region function change in meditators' impact. Default Mode Network, DMN. Deactivation reduction. Less rumination, ego dissolution. Gamma wave activity, massive increases. Heightened awareness, insight, prefrontal cortex, increased thickness. better attention, self-control, hippocampus, increased gray matter, improved memory, stress defense, amygdala, decreased volume, lower emotional reactivity, brain connectivity, strengthened white matter tracts, enhanced integration/focus. In summary, meditation can induce profound and measurable changes in both the structure and function of the brain. These neural upgrades support not just inner peace, but increased cognitive flexibility, emotional resilience, and even a new architecture of consciousness, potentially unlocking capacities that border on the superhuman.